Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor. Really grateful to have you here. And today's video is a tag video. I'm responding to an open tag by T Smellgood. The topic of the video is 4 fragrances, 1 for each season, and they have to be designers and versatile. So before I get into the list, I'm just going to make this an open tag for any YouTube fragrance reviewers or content creators that are watching and they want to join in the tag. Feel free to go ahead and post and then let me know in the comments. Update me on your upload. I'd also like to directly tag Ryan at Grown Man Style and Gerald at Swain Swaggy Scents. Feel free to go check their channels out. I'm going to link them in the description below as well. And shout out to Bro Sense who tagged T Smellgood. Appreciate you getting the tag going. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into the first fragrance, and that is my versatile pick for the month of spring. From the designer realm, I've decided to go with Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. So this is a fragrance, most of these I've gotten quite a few wears out of. This one I'm kind of down to like the last fifth of the bottle, I want to say. So this kind of was Prada's take on Dior Sauvage, the Eau de Toilette. So you have this sort of shower gel vibe going on with a heavy dose of lavender, and then there's some slightly like metallic, and you get a little bit of that carbon kind of coal-esque vibe going on as well. It kind of almost adds a earthy powderiness in some sense, or like more mineralic, I should say, instead of earthy. Like a mineralic metallic touch to soften the lavender, whereas the Dior Sauvage kind of is a little bit more screechy and sharp, the Eau de Toilette. This one is a little bit more soft and powdery. So you get a really strong dose of lavender, kind of think Acqua Essenziale Blue, that kind of lavender if you're familiar with that fragrance. But this one's a little bit more fresh and less dense than that, whereas it's a little bit more rounded and smooth than Dior Sauvage Elixir. Definitely still has that shower gel kind of freshness, but this is perfect for the springtime. I think it is great for rainy days. It is acts well in the warmth as well as the cold. Just all around great, versatile, easy to wear fragrance for the office or out and about. Casual or dressed up. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon is going to be my pick for the season of spring. Going for the season of summer, this is another one I've gotten quite a few wears out of, and that is going to be Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette. So again, going with a little bit of the shower gel accord scent profile. This one's a lot more heavy on the citrus and woods. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It is a little bit overplayed, kind of like Sauvage. But you know, it's popular for a reason. This is in some sense what you would imagine a men's cologne to just smell like in an idealized form. Like if you weren't into fragrances and you were to picture in your mind's eye or your nose's eye, in some sense, your nose's imagination, what just cologne is supposed to smell like, this is something that would come to mind. Like I said, you know, just beautiful, kind of like a grapefruity type citrus with some woods. The overall composition comes together to smell like a really fresh shower gel. So it is basic in that sense, but only basic because this set the trend thereof. Works really great in the summertime. I haven't got my nose on the EDP or the Parfum version of this, but this I think is the lightest and easiest to wear in the high heat. So yeah, definitely getting pretty low on this one as well. I don't know if you can see the juice level there, but I'm not sure if I'm going to get a backup bottle of the Eau de Toilette or just shoot for the EDP on my next purchase of Bleu de Chanel, but definitely worth getting your nose on at least one of them, because this DNA is really a timeless classic and one of my favorites in my collection despite its basicness. So that was my top pick for a versatile fragrance for the summertime, Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette. For the autumn time, so I actually was having a little bit of difficulty on this one. I was tossing it up between a few fragrances, but I did have a DNA that I was interested in. So I was kind of tossed between, I was thinking about doing Terre de Mes Eau de Toilette, Really enjoy this one. It's kind of like an earthy orange with a little bit of some powdery cedar. But this one is a little bit challenging, I think, in some sense. It took me a while to warm up to it. It's definitely got more of like an appeal to a trained nose. I also considered this fragrance, Cartier Declaration Parfum, but it is, I feel like, a little bit more classy and dressed up and dense. It's got some heavy spices that might not be apt for being entirely versatile in all situations. And like I said, it's not really, I feel like this is more of a formal type fragrance than a casual, so didn't go with that one. And then 1920, the Origin Eau de Parfum is from the House of Taos. This is kind of a take on that same Cartier Declaration DNA. These two smell pretty similar, but this one is a little bit more casual and fit the bill of like this scent DNA with a little bit more of a versatility. However, I decided to go with this fragrance right here, Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir Eau de Toilette, which kind of combines all the best qualities of those three aforementioned fragrances and then adds a really nice clean musk. So this isn't a blue fragrance in the sense that it's like shower jelly, but it has some nice warm spices that are really great for the autumn time. I think like cardamom and nutmeg, but then there's like this incredible freshness from the main musk accord that's going on in here. It makes it very clean and refreshing. And again, this one I think is the most versatile out of those four, or out of the three fragrances that I showed you before. It takes the kind of powdery woodiness that you get out of Terre d'Hermes and then the overall general scent profile that you get from the Cartier Declaration and 1920, the Origin line, and then combines it all into this just very nice, elegant, semi-sweet almost from the like cardamom, and some, I think ebony wood is like a unique wood note that they have in here as well. Just really great stuff. And I thought was the most versatile, one that you could dress up, dress down, wear to the office, wear out and about on a autumn stroll. Just really great stuff. Looking forward to wearing this one a little bit more in the autumn time. I haven't got my nose on the Eau de Parfum or the new Parfum with Iris, but I am looking forward to trying those out in this upcoming cold season. But this one I think is definitely worth getting your nose on, and I believe it's the same perfumer that did Tom Ford's Ombre Leather, so you know you're getting some quality juice here. And finally, for my versatile pick for the winter time, might not be as versatile for some people. This might come off as not office safe per se, but I think this is fine, especially if you control the sprays. It harkens a little bit back to the shower gel kind of clean vibe, but then it adds some like dense spiciness and some unique sweetness coming from a black licorice note, and that is Dior Sauvage Elixir. So I got an incredible amount of wears out of this one over the winter time, probably my most worn and most complimented fragrance this past winter. And like I said, it takes a little bit of that shower gel DNA that you get from the original Dior Sauvage line, but then dresses it up with some really dense spices. They've got cinnamon in here, and then, like I said, a black licorice note. Overall, kind of harkens back to Drakkar Noir DNA. At least that's what I hear. I've smelt Drakkar on other people, but I've never owned it, so I'm not that familiar with the DNA. But it does remind me a little bit of a more dark version of that scent profile, which it also has like a little bit of a shower gel vibe going on. But this one, yeah, is definitely well suited to cut through the cold in the winter time. I think it is well suited also to be dressed up or dressed down, particularly because in the winter time we're wearing more layers, and it's not really like a t-shirt kind of season, so the season in general is a little bit more like business casual or semi-formal, just by the nature of how many layers we've got to put on. So I think this fragrance is going to be well suited for any type of attire that you're going to be rocking in that cold season. So that is going to be my pick for versatile designer winter fragrance. And so just to recap, we had Spring Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, Summer Bleu de Chanel Eau de Toilette, Fall Narciso Rodriguez Bleu Noir Eau de Toilette, and Wintertime Dior Sauvage Elixir. So that was a brief overview of my top versatile picks. A little bit basic in the sense that they're all sort of blue fragrances per se, or like almost all of them. This one being a little bit of the exception. But these are ones that I've gotten some of the most wear out of. I thought about putting some other ones in this list, but they're kind of newer fragrances and I don't have that much of experience with them to want to like recommend them for a list like this. But let me know what your picks for this kind of topic would have been in the comment section down below, and I appreciate you sticking with me to the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.